Hello vinyl freaks, it's the Danish record hunter here, and in this video I will tell you about the debut album by Midtfugle. It's called Krigere, Uden, Våben. So if you watched my former video, it was about heavy 45s from Denmark, and this one was talked about. It's the first release by Midtfugle. It's the 7-inch from 1976, and this one it has a fairly heavy B-side, which is called "Show Me the Way," and very cool. This 7-inch. Especially for the B-side. The A-side, it's a ballad. It's not one that I care that much about. It's fine for what it is, but the B-side, it's wow, the band really showed their quality here. But yeah, that was a glam rock, and I got to know that the single here was produced by Tommy Sebak. So that was new information for me. I don't think it even I don't think he's credited here at all on the 7-inch. Sometimes the producer is, sometimes he's not. And no, it doesn't say anything about Tommy Sebak. So that was like new information for me. That's really cool. And also Tommy Sebak, he made some glam stuff as well. So he, fitted quite well as a producer. And he was also the guy adding the synthesizer to the track. So that's pretty cool. So the album that came afterwards, it's a different beast, because here, this album is a little bit more ambitious in its style, First off, it is kind of folk rock meets psychedelic rock meets a little bit of prog rock, and also there's some straightforward rock stuff on it, some funky rock as well. They go in many directions here, but in some kind of way it feels pretty consistent all the way through. And the album on here, they decided, I think it's the main writer of the song, all songs, and the guitarist Jan Irhøj decided that he wanted to write a whole album based on the only work published by Morten Nielsen. He was a Danish resistance fighter during the war, born 1922, and he died in 1944. At first I thought he may have been executed by the Germans, but actually his death is unsolved until this day. He was found, I think it was shot, but it was, they thought it was like suicide or accidental death. Even read that there's like a theory that it was a murder caused by jealousy over a girl. I don't know about that, but here he is, Morten Nielsen, looking quite tough with the cigarette in his mouth. He wrote the poetry collection, published it, called Krigere, Uden, Våben, and translated that means warriors without weapons. And yeah, the whole album is based on that work, so that's pretty interesting. And actually this comes with the record, so this is not the here's a poetry book I have here. It's just a poster that comes with the album, if you're lucky that it's inside, because you can buy some copies and it's not there, but here it is, the poster. So that's so cool. So right here you see the band Midtfugle performing live, and let's see, I think it was in Værløse Kirke, Værløse Church. And the band was actually formed in Værløse, a little north of Copenhagen. And also here you can see all the members of the band at the time. So they added a few more members since the single, where they were only like a 4-piece. They added like 2 girls here on flute and vocals. So I should frame this. It's looking quite cool. The album, it's good enough for me to want to frame it. This is not a bad album. This is some cool stuff, which is pretty unknown today. And with my copy of the record also came press information about the story of the band. This was pretty much the start of the band. Of course, you will have the 7-inch that came before, but yeah, you'll get to know about the band, how they started and everything. And also here, I think this is the lyrics. Yeah, lyrics to all the songs and also some illustrations. I think they are drawn by Jan Irhøj. Yeah, it says so. Drawings, Jan Irhøj. And so this is very cool. All of it came in my copy because I was lucky that it was still there after all those years. And another thing, the record was released by this record label called Charlatan. And Charlatan, they only issued a couple records in the 70s, and I have all of them now in my collection, as far as I know. Yeah, they issued, of course, the first record by Charlatan Våben in 1976, and also they released the first album by Hosanna. And let's see, then they released the first record by Sofamania, and also Midtfugle. I think that's about it. But what's funny, I think I read about it somewhere, but the inner sleeve of the record, this is not Midtfugle, this is Sofamania. And I read somewhere that it's an error, that all the copies of Midtfugle came with inner sleeve, and it's actually Sofamania who is on the picture. And the former owner of this record made damn sure for everybody to know that this is not Midtfugle. So yeah, that's funny. I think I read about it, so don't correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's not a lot of information about this record, but yeah, there's the track list. I really like the second track on the record, Der er lys og nogen venter. That one, it's a bit more like psych influenced, progressive. The ending of the track, man, I'm just thinking, wow, they go into like this jam, or I'm thinking, wow, are they gonna play like Rush now? So also there's another track here, I think it's called Gul græs mod solen, I think, or Midt i det vilde sol, something like that. One of those tracks, yeah. Sounds like a Stairway to Heaven, with its use of flutes. There's lots of flutes on this record, so actually you can compare it to the first album by Ole Knudsen called Nattevandring, which I've talked about in some of my earlier videos. This is a very, very cool record, and let's listen to some samples.
Forbliver søkontorerne og løgnens mund. Mosetræets lugt og mulens kulde. omkring dit væsens bund. Du bliver fuld, men din er rå i larmen. Jazzens leg og dansens kvindehegn.
Det brænder skjult derinde, som bølgeskummet mødes for hænder. Vi driver hovedet mod noget, som vil ske os. En ild til svag, som heldet, mens den brænder. Ja. Der lyser nogen venter, men min ventetid er endnu ikke omme. Hvis jeg gav dig mine hænder nu, var de tomme. Og ud igennem regnen falder på mit ansigt rummets lys i fine dråber.
So I hope that you liked what you heard, and if you want to listen to the record, I will have a vinyl rip your way very soon. So next video I'm gonna be talking about the second album by Midtfugle, so look forward to that. Before that, you can go to all my other videos, check out a lot of Danish stuff from the 70s, very obscure today, not a lot of people knows about this outside Denmark, so please take a look at that, and see you next time. Take care, peace out.